And we're back here again. Couch Company Podcast. I'm John, and with me, as always, Tyler.
Hey, John.
How's it going, man?
Great. It's just the two of us again. And we're back, like, we're face to face. We're using our good microphones.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been 14 days. 21. Has it been 21 days?
Since what?
Since we recorded like this in this setup with this equipment.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we were over Discord the one week. We had Calvin last week.
Yeah.
Our first guest ever.
Second highest rated watched show.
Yeah.
Of all our 41 episodes. That's awesome.
I had a lot of fun with that. If you want to check that out, if you want to hear us with a guest, episode 41.
Yeah.
I think it's entitled just Calvin.
Yeah. So I went back and forth on the titles. And I felt like if we have guests on the show, I think it's a nice shout out to them to make sure, like, you know, oh, hey, it's so and so.
Yep.
And then once we have, like, you know, Brad Pitt and
I'd have Brad Pitt on.
Yeah, I feel like that will kind of
speaking of Brad Pitt
a little bit.
We were talking in Discord, and you were talking about that Hollywood movie with Brad Pitt. Are you talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, we need to watch that. It's a good movie.
I'm sure it is.
Well, anyway,
you know what else is a good movie?
What's that?
Dune. I'm sure that's good.
I don't think anyone's ever told me to watch that particularly, though. I don't know.
Dune?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently, it's based off a book series.
That's what I heard.
I didn't know that, but I don't know. Well, you completely wrecked me. No. So anyway, so I was thinking about movies, as I always do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about lists and movies and ranking things, and I just dream about that stuff. It is my calling.
As you should. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think Quentin Tarantino is my favorite director, like bar none. I think I want to see, like, if his name's on it, I am there. I am in. And I love it 99.9% of the time. And if that's not the hallmark of your favorite director, I don't know what would be.
That's actually.
And here's the other thing I was thinking about. Do you remember when we were talking about putting a video game that we'd like to see in movie format and what director?
Oh, yeah.
Borderlands by Quentin Tarantino would be fucking fantastic.
They're wrapped on that, right? There is a Borderlands movie. Who directed that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But doesn't that sound good?
It sounds like I would absolutely watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it would be.
I think he'd do some wild stuff with it.
I think so. Hear me out. I think a better what's TD? Taiwada?
Yeah.
I know him, but I don't know what his actual name is.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not going to attempt it, though.
He did, like, Thor Ragnarok.
He
did Mandalorian, stuff like that.
Yep.
I think he would be a great director for
Borderlands.
Yeah, I think that's, like, his humor is, like, right up there.
Is, in his ballpark. I think Quinn can get there, too, though.
Quinn? For sure. I mean, he's a great director. Like, Spielberg can come in and be like,
for sure. But is I guess, would it be too serious? Not that his movies are very serious, but, like,
I don't know. It could.
See, he's really great at, like, just shock, blood, gore. Like, that would be awesome. Just seeing psychos getting their heads cut off and shit. Like,
if you want to do a gritty reboot of Borderlands,
I don't think it'd be gritty.
Gritty's not the right word. But
I was watching Inglourious Basterds the other day.
Yeah. And it's funny.
It's just funny, yeah. It's not a comedy, but it's not to be taken very seriously.
I think I've outgrown the Borderlands humor. And it's funny enough, Tiny Tina comes out this month, which I completely forgot. She comes out on like the 25th.
We're playing that, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have to, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I think Quentin Tarantino's style of humor would be more up my alley. So, like, that's where I'm with you, where it's like, oh, maybe you kind of dial it back in a little bit.
Sure.
How he handles something like a claptrap, I have no idea.
That is where I'm a little perplexed.
Yeah.
That's true. That's where your guy comes in.
Maybe it's a collab. They just he does all the characters.
But it'd be cool seeing the Wasteland
Yeah.
in like 40 millimeter film or whatever he uses.
And it would be like a, yeah, like,
because dude, the way he shoots movie, because he uses classic film,
right?
And there's just a, it's
didn't
just
he
different.
say he was done?
He's making one more.
He's making one more.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have.
Well, there
10.
you go. Borderlands 2.
Yeah, right.
Easy.
He's gonna do something fucking original.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. I just love his movies, man. Like, there's a bunch of them in my top 10.
Yeah.
Like Django, Glorious Bastards up there.
Right.
Just ton of them.
I'm interested. Like, I can't wait to watch Batman.
Yeah.
Like with Robin Pattinson.
Yeah.
Like,
I am
Robert,
so
not
Batman.
Robin.
I am so Batmaned out, and I just like I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
I'm going with my friends Sunday, I think, and so it would have been yesterday. So hopefully it went well. But I don't know, man. There's just so many Batmans. I've been too spoiled with Marvel, where they have a collective universe, and I like that. I like seeing the crossovers. I like seeing a congruent story.
Yeah.
The one thing that bugs me about comics in general is there's a bunch of reboots and there's not a succinct timeline, and they play it off with multiverse and things like that, which is fine. But I don't know how many times I can see Bruce Wayne's parents die, and
Well, I don't think you see that in this movie.
What does it matter?
I think
It's
they
like
pulled a Spider-Man.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, but Spider-Man did it well. Like Marvel did it well, where you didn't see like Ben die again. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's true.
for his uncle. Like,
Yeah,
I think the thing that I'm most interested in, where like Marvel, they have everything that we put out ties back to the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
right.
Which I love that.
Yeah, and it's one business way of doing it, right?
Yes.
And the cool thing with DC, which they God knows they don't stick their landing all the time,
Right.
is they're willing to kind of like branch out. Now I think that's probably out of necessity because they're like, well, we've tried to reboot this franchise like a million times.
Yeah.
It's just not sticking.
Right.
But I'm very interested to see like, okay, what happens when, because by all accounts, I think Batman's at like 87% or something like that. Like it's high on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Yeah, I heard good things about it already.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if that takes off, Joker took off, and it's that kind of noir, like that, like the older
style.
age and stuff. So it's like, well, what do they do with like the Snyderverse, and what do they do with those
the Snyderverse
characters and
is
stuff?
dead, right? I mean,
Well, kind of, but they're doing a Flash movie where they're bringing all the old Batman back and doing like a Spider-Man thing.
I
So
don't
who
know.
knows?
That's fucking like DC's so bad. Me and my friend talked about this at length, where it's like if you're DC and you're looking at Marvel, first of all, you wait until Infinity or Endgame comes out, and that's done. Now there's a big gap in time before Marvel can release the next thing because their big saga just ended. That is when you strike. You know what I mean? So there's a
Yeah, but look at all the stuff Marvel put out in the meantime. Like
there was a
4
gap
or
after
5
that.
TV shows.
No, I understand that, but if you start production while they're wrapping up that huge saga, there was a time where there was a thirst for superhero stuff after that, and
Was
Marvel
there?
obviously yes,
Okay.
I think so. Anyways, that's when I would strike, and what you do as DC is you make it rated R, you make it a mature.
You Deadpool the heck out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How are you going to differentiate yourself from Marvel? Because you're not going to do it better than them. You have to go rated R. You have to go for adult audience and anyone who's a bad parent. And that's what you got to do, man. Deadpool it up.
Well, how many times have I talked about the Harlequin cartoon? Where it's definitely adult, but it's the perfect. It's the writing and the way that they make fun of everything. So like I
don't think you can do. I don't think you can do that. But yeah,
no. But
I understand what you're saying.
The experimentation and we won't take ourselves too seriously, or oh yeah, we know we screwed up on this thing. Like, and you were talking like, hey, isn't Tom Hardy? Which I love Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
but it's like, isn't Tom Hardy's Bane the worst Bane?
Yes,
and it's like, yeah, but that voice and those mannerisms and stuff they brought into the cartoon in. That might be my favorite Bane.
It's just a meme. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like if we have to have a rough like Tom Hardy to get the cartoon that makes me laugh and like, oh, look at all these kind of inside jokes. I don't know. Maybe,
it's the same thing in Deadpool, right? Like how many Green Lantern shots they take.
100%. Yes, exactly.
Like X-Men, Deadpool, like it's the same thing. And that's why Deadpool is probably in my top 5 favorite superhero movies.
It's up there. Yeah.
It's up there for me. Like Deadpool is definitely close. Logan's probably in there for sure.
Logan's in my top 5, yeah.
Batman, what's the good one? What's the second one? Dark Knight. Yeah. So Dark Knight, has
or
to be
maybe
there.
the Batman. We don't know. Who knows?
You think
you know.
Dark
You know
Knight?
now. I doubt it.
Yeah.
You can't. The moment that Riddler becomes more interesting than the Joker, someone somewhere either did really well or really effed up. Like one of the two.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's the only way. If I was in the whiteboard room of DC, that's what I would go up to the whiteboard. I'd put a big R and I would say money sign.
Yeah, well, now it's face. They missed their window.
I don't know. Well, you could. I don't know. Like it's just. or you just go straight animation because that's what they've always beaten them at. You just sink all your money into animation and try to do it that way. But the problem is
kind of are.
Kind of, but it's tough to get that on a like it's never going to be as popular as a live action movie.
Yeah.
For the global audience.
Right.
And it's a shame because I think animations you can do so much more. Like Into the Spider-Verse, I think it's my favorite Spider-Man movie. Even with the one that just came out. That
I would have to see it again.
The style,
the
the tone,
the
writing, characters, everything was just fantastic from that movie.
I mean, Chelsea's a prime example, right? Like if I was like, oh, hey, we're going to go see like Mask of the Phantasm or whatever.
Yeah.
And she never, like, say she never saw that. Like, I don't think she'd be interested in going to see like a cartoon. But
yeah,
if, I think Robert Pattinson's on screen, then sure.
I think the aesthetic of it draws people away. I think it's more popular now than ever before.
Yep.
But I don't know. I wish more people would give it a chance because I think I'm not even talking about like Japan anime. I'm just talking about animation in general.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's not just for kids.
The Batman cartoon is the best cartoon of all time.
Oh.
I was watching, those videos on YouTube where it's like a quiz kind of thing? Yeah. So like, this one was cartoon themes, and it's like it plays the theme, and then you have to guess, and then it comes up. So I was doing it, and that was like right in my childhood, the first video that came up. But then it's the 90s cartoons. So I kind of want to do a video of you or something, see how many you get of those. Because that's your time period, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I don't think I would do well on that.
That's my time period.
Well, it had Batman on the front, and I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. Like this one.
I could probably
maybe we do that at some point. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But cartoons are good. I like cartoons.
I do like cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Avatar?
No.
Last Airbender? You should watch that. It's a really good one.
People say that. How many episodes is it?
A lot.
Yeah.
It's like 3 seasons.
So I just started watching, which I know we're way off. We had a list of like, here's the show notes.
Of course.
I started watching a show on Apple TV Plus called After Party.
I'm glad you got our sponsor in for today.
For Apple TV Plus.
That'd be a big fat check.
Who's the guy that played Sonic the Hedgehog in the live action movie?
Like the voice?
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
He's in it. If you've ever watched Veep, the one black guy that's like her like he's like a little nerdy. He becomes president at the end of the show. Spoilers.
Okay.
Super funny.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of other characters in there, but essentially there's this high school reunion, and everybody, like maybe like 10 people come to in like this after party.
Yeah.
And someone dies, and then it's literally like reliving that night from everyone's perspective.
Oh, wow.
And Ben Schwartz's version of it, because he's like a music producer or something.
Yeah.
He just keeps breaking out into song, and it's like they're catchy as heck.
Yeah.
The lyrics are amazing. Like it's so good. But I was thinking of you the entire time. I was like, you would like this episode. Even if all the other episodes you're like, maybe not. I was like, this one's pretty good.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
I did have an idea for a superhero once where it's like you can make people bust down into song. I think that'd be an amazing comic.
Wasn't that
like movie or something?
God did that in Lucifer when he came to Earth. So
really?
I think one or two of the episodes on Lucifer, he just started making people break out into song and dance awesome. Because he was just like bored.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like just imagine waking up and just a whole musical production is like I'm sure you get so sick of it.
Yeah.
But it would be funny. That would be a funny, I mean, you can't do a comic book, but it would be funny like TV show or something.
There was an Archie comic that one of the villains, so like sometimes they ran like, oh, Archie's like a superhero or whatever.
Yeah, right.
One of the villains was like the whistler, and he would whistle and like break people's eardrums. He would like rob banks.
Wow.
Do you know how they stopped him?
Earmuffs?
Partially earmuffs, so they didn't
not
get
earmuffs,
hit by
but
them.
like
they took a lemon.
Earplugs.
They took a lemon, and squeezed the lemon juice on his lips because he had these big lips.
Yeah,
and he couldn't do it because they were puckered.
GG. Wow, that's a great counter.
That was a throwback. Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of shows, dude, we haven't done this for a while, so we're going to come back to John's anime corner real quick here. So there's this anime I'm watching called Dr. Stone, and the premise of this is the entire world, all the humans, get encased in stone, okay?
Okay.
So a long amount of time passes by, And the main character is like this super genius. He's just like the smartest guy ever. And he wakes up and cracks out of his stone, and he tells us that, it's been like 3,700 some years, because he's been counting the whole time.
Yeah.
And the show is just about like him restarting humanity, like just from the ground up, like making fire. And
so he broke out of his does he like pick who gets broken out of the stones?
Yeah. So at first he's like breaking out, and he's like, okay, I know what date it is. It's in the spring, blah, blah, blah. So many years later. And then obviously the first thing is he needs to survive. Mm-hmm. And then he figures out what made him break out of the thing. And I think it was like some friendship? Sort of liquid. Yeah, friendship. Some sort of liquid in this cave or something, I think. So they named that like the Miracle Cave. And then they uncase this one guy who's like this big, strong dude, who's like, oh man, we can restart the world. I'm just going to kill all the old people. So he starts crushing all the statues and shit. And yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, oh, well, in the old world, everyone was greedy and all the rich people, blah, blah, blah. And I'll only uncase the young people, and we can make a new world and everyone can be
interesting.
Fucked. Okay. It's pretty interesting premise. So anyways, I really like it because it's very science focused. Like they go through, this is how you make gunpowder, and of course, there's like a disclaimer, like, don't do this.
Yeah.
But like he makes gunpowder. He makes like, it's like super, super wild.
Step
just
one,
watching the evolution
don't die overnight. Step two, make guns.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because like he's like a super genius, and he like the technology gets ramped up very quick. Like they already have a steam engine in season 2. It's like,
thank goodness. Yeah.
Well, it's an interesting premise because, like, okay, what if we had all of the knowledge of humanity, but we had to restart? I mean, it would be exponentially faster getting back to civilization.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have a super genius leading you, yeah.
Yeah, like let's assume that someone like knows everything, I guess, right? So it's like you would get there fast.
Okay, but on the flip side of that, imagine that it's just like imagine it's me and you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We break free from our stones.
Right.
What do we do?
Oh, we're fucked. But
yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, imagine
you don't think we'd have more of it? Well, probably not.
If we don't have a working knowledge of, I mean, I guess if you have like documents or something, or eventually someone would come through. But like, if it's just like the wrong people getting thought out or freed.
No, it's definitely entertaining because the guy knows everything.
Yeah, well.
So, yes, I agree.
What a lucky strike for them.
It'd be less interesting if it was the Couch Company. But I don't know. I just thought it was a really cool show. It's like classic over the top, but they use a lot of science to kind of explain things.
Like
everything like that.
I would be like, okay, step 1, sharpen a rock. Tie it to a stick.
Yeah.
Step 2, figure out what you're tying it with. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You can't kill an animal and use its tendons because you have nothing to kill it with.
No, I mean, you can use like a vine or something.
Are there vines around?
Maybe.
Okay.
If we look hard enough. We would not survive.
Weave a basket out of grass. Step 2, learn to weave.
Learn to weave. God damn it. Anyways,
are they naked coming out of the rocks?
Yeah.
Or is it? Oh, okay. So they're like just getting born into the new world.
Yeah, it's really weird.
They have a locomotive already. How they? What do they do for like tracks?
For tracks, they made a wheel.
They made a what? What do you mean?
So they made wheels out of like bamboo and other stuff, and they basically made like a car.
Okay, so it's a locomotive isn't like it's not on.
It's on
railroad tracks.
Yeah, it's like it's like a Model T kind of.
Okay.
But the base of it's all made out of like bamboo and shit. And
interesting.
Technically it's a tank because he made carbon fiber out of paper and like other chemicals. Apparently that's how you make carbon fiber.
Uh-huh.
So they have a tank in the Stone Age. So it's interesting because he has technology and befriended one village. And then the bad guy has the cave, so he just has a huge army with like spears and shit. So the Kingdom of Science, which are the good guys, they have like katanas and stuff because they have made forges and everything like that.
Right.
So it's very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of it.
Nice.
So there's John's Anime Corner for the day. You're welcome. Anyways,
what else we got?
We have our polls every week.
Yep.
So you can check us out on Twitter. What's our handle on Twitter?
Couchco Games.
At Couchco Games.
Couchco Games.
Or you can go on couchcompany.games. All of our links are there. But we do a poll every Tuesday, every Thursday. Tuesday's video games. Thursday is Universal.
Speaking of, we meant to talk about this at the top of the show. Episode 42.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good number.
Oh, yeah. Some would say it's the meaning of the universe.
Yeah.
I've never read those books or watched them.
Yeah, we could leave it at that.
Okay.
I was going to be like, well, let's dive into like what does the universe mean to you? That could take us to a very dark place. And we're going to go into the Twitter polls. I'm sorry. I ruined your train of thought.
Trying to think about what I would answer that with, and I have no idea. Anyways, some people think it's meaningless. That's bizarre to me.
It's very depressing if you go down that road. Yeah.
Why would you do anything if you think it's meaningless?
Well, that's the whole point. Is people that like to say that, and like I like to joke around and be like, "Oh, universe," and so. But like at the end of the day, if you get up in the morning and you just do anything, like it's like, well, okay,
like you care about yourself, you care about your well-being.
You have a purpose.
You want to survive.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
at the end of the day,
step
it's
one.
survival.
Usually, yeah.
I
think it goes beyond that, but the bare minimum, a lot of people do that.
Yeah, but can't you boil everything down? Now we're going to get down this, but can't you boil everything down to survival? Like at the very base thing. But at the base thing,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
Look at things like religion, and like at the end of the day, it's like as humans, right? Whether you believe in religion or you don't believe in religion, it's like as humans, it's like we're still grasping for something that's like, okay, we know death is a thing. We as animals have to contemplate our own mortality.
Right.
So then it's like, okay, well, religion is a way to bypass that. Even,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So like there is that weird survival mechanism where it's like, oh, okay, well, I can...
What's entertainment?
Like, what do you mean?
Why do we watch entertainment if everything's about survival?
Oh, I mean survival through anything. When I say survival, I'm talking like a broad term. So it's like, oh, you're surviving... I don't know.
Well, if you're broadening the term of survival,
like, you're surviving. I'm not talking like life or death. Like, okay. Fair enough. That's a good point. I'm just saying, like, it's just the continued
survival porn. Yeah. Okay, Tyler. I guess everything's survival.
All right. Fair enough. But
I understand what you're saying. That like at the base level, of course, that's our fundamental. Like,
yeah. When push comes to shove, it's like, all right,
we're gonna have an inclination to survive and drink water. Our stomach gets hungry. Like our body tells us a lot of things.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But we've come so far. Like we're just chilling.
Imagine how much farther we could go.
I don't know.
That's a good point. Well, if we all get
I don't know what rocks, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, 100 years ago, they would have never imagined what the internet would be, right? So who has any idea? Like, it's hard to consider.
Isn't the next step we have to get off world.
Yeah.
And then we harness all the energy of the sun.
That seems interesting.
You build a Dyson sphere on the sun. It's theoretical, but you harness that, and then that powers all the worlds around, and then eventually the sun dies. But by that time, we're so far advanced, we move on to the next solar system.
I wonder what humans are going to look like at that point, because you're going to start. I'm assuming you're going to start to see some weird things.
If you believe in evolution, yeah.
So you believe spacefaring is possible, but not evolution?
I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah. Anyways, meaning of the universe, survival is Tyler's answer.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think.
Well, so the meaning of the universe is like nothing.
Okay.
The meaning of life is survival.
The meaning of the universe is nothing. The meaning of life is survival.
Well, you can't have it both ways, right? Like the universe can't be like, oh, what's the meaning of the universe? Oh, it's completely random.
Yeah, I didn't say it was.
Well, that's my argument. It's like, okay, the universe. But like the moment you have life, the moment you have sentient, like, hey, we can contemplate, we can talk and discuss this.
It's kind of wild.
Then it's like, well, I guess my thing is like, okay, if an impending doomsday was coming, if an asteroid was going to hit the Earth, you better believe who knows? Maybe with the Look Up or whatever movie, people didn't care.
Yeah.
But you would hope that the collective population would just do something about it as a collective humankind.
I do believe in science, man. I mean, I think a lot of problems can be solved through ingenuity and innovation for sure.
Yeah, but it's still the coming together of that.
You're right.
Like,
you're right.
How many people could be like the next cure for cancer, or not next cure, but you know what I mean? Like who could cure cancer that just doesn't have the opportunity at schooling, or who doesn't even think about it, right? Like maybe you might be able to be like it might just click for you, like some weird out there, relative science thing.
Yeah.
And you would just have no idea because you never explored it and you just were never exposed to it.
I know you subscribe to that belief where there's like an inherent potential to everyone, like this latent potential.
Right.
I don't think I go as far as you in thinking that.
You don't have my cup half full personality.
No. I think that there's absolutely potential within people, but I think that you're gonna be naturally drawn to. So I think most people know what they're drawn to. Just inherently. But I guess potentially not. Like maybe someone doesn't go into science or anything like that. But it's hard for me to believe in 2022 with so much media and everything, content, that someone who would be really interested in science wouldn't see something and then just go down that path.
So know what
I mean? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Let me put it a different way, where it's like the world has made something like a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Apparently it's very tough to you have a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of testing, a lot of doing all this stuff, like all these hoops to jump through to be a doctor.
Yes.
Right? That deters me from even wanting to go down that road because I think blood's icky or whatever, you know?
Sure.
But that's not to say that just because I don't have an interest in it doesn't mean that like, oh my God, you would be the best brain surgeon in the world. No one can explain it. It's just if you got to the point where you would do this thing, you would have been the best in the world.
I just find that hard to believe because I think to be the best in the world, you have to have some interest in it, and not even some. I think you have to have a lot of. You have to be obsessed,
maybe,
with it.
But that's the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't think anyone is that naturally talented where they can be the best and not just be consumed by it. I think there's talent, and obviously there's work ethic.
I'm not saying you'd be the best like out of the gate.
Well, you're saying
that saying is like
they're going to create like the next huge thing. Like,
well, look at the piano players where it's like, oh, here's this 4-year-old and he can just play.
Do you know how much
anything.
they practice?
Sure, but at some point, like, there's a clear like, oh no, this kid's like special.
Absolutely, but you have to. Potential can only get you so far, and talent can only get you so far.
Right, but what I'm saying is like that initial gap, like. When I'm talking potential, I'm saying like a person that goes leaps and bounds where it's like, oh, hey, Tyler, take this scalpel. Here's a fake brain. Or let's make it not so life threatening. It's like, hey, maybe you could be like a tattoo artist or something.
Yeah.
And like you just get it, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of thing. So like, maybe like someone like Miranda who's very good at art would be one of the best tattooists in the world. But if she's not interested in that, like you would never know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I think there's a multitude of factors, nearly infinite. I mean, there's physical factors that contribute to how good you'd be like a tattoo artist, steady hand, things like that, right? And obviously there's a mental component as well. Like how well can you digest information and understand it, right? And things like that. So I don't know. I don't know enough about the brain and everything like that to like understand like, oh, people who are scientists, like X part of their brain is more capable of understanding and cognitive function.
That's what I mean. Like, how do you get Stephen Hawking? How do you get Einstein?
I don't know.
Like, is that practice?
Einstein was like just a normal dude, right? Like he wasn't obviously very smart.
Yeah.
But it's not like he was a prodigy or anything, right?
So it really just comes down to like IQ level?
I don't know. Like, is it the capacity? Is it just the way you look at things? Like, I mean, the way you look at things is very important as well. Like, obviously, I'm sure if you take like an IQ test, some people are going to score better on certain maybe like spatial recognition or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I mean, it has a lot to do with your genetic makeup, your capacity to analyze information, and also your experience. Like maybe you're looking at things a certain way because of all the experiences you've had, right? So it's an infinite amount of factors.
Right,
Like everything you've done contributes to how you go about solving a problem, learning something, being interested in something. Like it's stuff we don't fucking understand, I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure we understand some of it. Obviously we don't.
Wow.
But I'm sure like, you can read like a brain and stuff. They do like studies. Like it's really interesting, like scanning a brain while playing video games. I mean, it is crazy how much activity is going
like
on.
Christmas tree of just That's how I always sold stuff to kids. So like they would come in, if the kid's nice to me, then I'll throw them about and like convince their parents like, oh yeah, Call of Duty's fine or whatever.
See, my mom did the opposite. She's like, this is horrible for you.
Yeah, well, no, like the parents come in and like, I'm not sold on this.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, well, if you look at it like from an education standpoint, like it really reinforces things like physics and geometry and stuff like that.
Spatial recognition, absolutely.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, oh, you got to throw a grenade, or if you have to do this in an all split second, like very twitchy and different things like that. And it's just, I did say that like after, and I swear to this day, like if I wanted to play the piano better, I'd play maybe 30 minutes of Super Mario.
Yeah.
And you just got used to like, I don't know what it was, like it maybe, I don't know. It's just like hand-eye coordination or something, but like played a half hour of Mario, I played my lessons better.
Yeah.
On the piano.
No, there's definitely a correlation. I mean, I know for like League of Legends, I mean that there's this kind of foresight ability that you need to have in all aspects of life. Mm-hmm. Just, like if you're a chess player, planning out moves ahead and thinking steps ahead of things. So in League, it's the same thing. Oh, I have these summoner spells. This guy just hit his power spike. I need to watch out for this guy's ultimate ability. I need to position here. Like if this happens, what are my options? Like infinite amount of things you can think of. I mean, it's why it's one of my favorite games. Like it's literally just insane the amount of tactical things you have to worry about, and I don't know. But you also have to play well, right? It's not like chess where it's just like, oh, it's all strategy. It's like
might say, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's like strategy. Like you're thinking macro. Like okay, we're gonna fight at this timing, and we're gonna use these abilities. We need to kill this guy first. He has this up. We're not sure if this has come up yet. Like so many things, and then it's also like, okay, can you hit your buttons at the right time? Can you click in the correct place? Can you like the micro of it is so important too.
Can you survive?
No.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't very often.
Okay, but that's still the end goal.
Yeah,
survive.
No. Survival of the fittest, right?
Get on top. I'm gonna append it. I'm not gonna say survival anymore. I'm just gonna say like get on top.
Get on top.
Get on top
of what?
Life.
Okay. You should take your advice.
Whatever you're doing, get on top of it.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna be our next T-shirt.
Get on top.
Yeah.
My wife.
Probably need to think that through a little bit, but whatever. So Twitter. What's going on in the Twitter sphere?
Roundabout. Yep. All right. Tuesday's poll was our video game poll, and it was in light of Elden Ring, a Souls-based game. I wanted to pull the audience to see what Souls game was their favorite out of the Dark Souls series. So Demon Souls and then Dark Souls 1 through 3. Pretty interesting. I think this is probably common knowledge, but Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3 tied. Everything did get votes, which I'm happy to see. So there was love for everything. Nice. But Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3 did win, I guess, technically, in a tie. So
it's interesting because I assumed that Demon Souls would have more love from like the remaster on PS5. Like I thought they'd be like more like top of mind.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like
Didn't they all get remastered at some point? Like Dark Souls did as well, I think.
Oh, Demon Souls was like remade.
Yeah,
there was a difference there.
Yeah. Kevin did leave us a good comment though. He contributes Dark Souls being the best to the seamless level design.
Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, Dark Souls 1. He doesn't think that the other ones quite got to that level. So no pun intended. So yeah, interesting. I mean, how's your Elden experience been? Terrible?
Yes, in a good way, and I kind of hate it. Like, so I know I ranted a little bit of it last week. I have turned off all of the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
So all the ghosts are gone, all the messages are gone. So
that didn't hold up well.
Well, it turns out when I turned them off in the settings, originally you had to restart the game, and then all of that took that fixed it. So that's good. I've just been a lot slower, and I've been exploring more.
Yeah.
And I think the cool thing is like I could still hang and talk about it with people that have had like 40 hours into it.
Okay.
And we're still being able to kind of like swap stories or within reason. So I don't know. I'm gonna put more time into it and play around with it a little bit more. They put out another couple updates or something like that, so hopefully performance continues to get better. But
I've been holding off on that. I'm not sure what my next solo adventure is gonna be. We'll have to see. I still have to play God of War.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, David really wants me to play that one too. He loves that. I think that's one of his favorite games of all time.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to pull out my list and see.
I was thinking about maybe driving around this weekend in Forza because I love that game a lot.
Well, it's commitment, right? Like you were saying, like you have to,
bring everything out. So if I bring my wheel out, that's all I'm doing this weekend.
We are doing Remnant from the Ashes
tomorrow.
Yeah. So make sure to download it.
We did it already.
Yeah, we did it on Saturday.
Technically.
Yeah.
So that was the Dark Souls list. I
am bringing up my list just to see.
I have to play Elden Ring like at some point. Like I know that one thing we talked about this year was to stay current and on top of things. I want it to be a goal for us to try to play all of the maybe Game of the Year nominees so we can intelligently talk about them. I think
there are a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot this year.
There are a lot of
last year it seemed a lot easier.
Yeah, no, this year, I didn't want to. Maybe we'll save it for next week for anyone playing games. So, Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Very addictive.
I saw some stuff you put on Twitter about that. It looks interesting.
I finished it, so I almost 100%ed it. They added over the course of a day, they added 5-6 more achievements, and I finished all of those. So I have that officially 100%ed. Yeah. Maybe I can play it and we can put it on our ranking list. I would like to see so I would love to watch you play it. Yeah. And then I would love for you to watch me play it. And the total thing would be an hour. Okay. And it would be a great kind of, here's where you start and here's where you end. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that sounds most cool. It's on Game Pass? Yeah. No, it's on Steam, but it's $3. Or it's free on a web browser. You only do Game Pass? Steam. Yeah. Just kidding. How the turntables. Real quick, and then we can move on. Where do you think Middle-earth Shadow of War ranks on my top games of all time? Number 9. Yeah. What if I told you it was higher? Number 5? What if I told you it was higher? Number 2? Yeah. No fucking way. Currently, I'm still massaging it. What's number 1? Arkham City. Wow. Currently on my... How many games do you have ranked? I have officially, quote unquote, officially ranked. It's still 62. Wow. I need to get started on that. I have well over 100 games on there. Wow. That's impressive. I need to get started on that. Like I said, I think I'm going to chop mine up into console categories. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's apples and oranges, right? Yeah. All right, so just to get the other poll out of the way, we did best season. There were 4 of them, which is perfect for Twitter polls. See, there's 4 options. Fall destroyed everything. Yeah, I'm glad that people agree with me. Whatever. Summer did get 1 vote. I'm glad, but wow, people just love fall. I don't understand it. It's cold. It's wet. It's rainy. Leaves get stuck everywhere. This fall was not the greatest. It's terrible fall. It completely proved me right, and people don't care, and they still vote fall. It's the spirit of fall. The spirit of fall. Yeah. It does have some good holidays. I do give it that. When fall's nice, it's very nice, but I don't think it's consistently nice enough. Like, people are only considering the best version of fall. Yeah. But that's what we consider constantly. In our top 5s. Yeah. Not in our polls. I consider the worst of the polls. All right, fair. Okay. What is the best of the worst? Well, look, man. If you're talking about the worst, then that's gotta be like summer. No, I think summer's my favorite. Even so, take the worst overly, of each of the months. Though that's fair. Like summer and winter. Summer's still the worst. Yeah, summer's the best for me still. Wow.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't get overly hot, so
Yeah.
scorching day doesn't bother me too much.
I die.
But
I can't do it.
fall, I think of like flu season and things like that, like getting sick. Like I don't get sick in the summer, but fall, that's when you start getting the sniffles. I hate being sick. I just think it's a bunch of shitty stuff. I've been so many years of fall coming around and you have to go back to school and everything like that. Just being depressed.
Yeah.
Those feelings stick with me. I don't like fall. I like summer. I like
fair.
being on the beach. Summer. I like a nice breezy day.
Like a nice drink of perhaps a
Glacier
cold
frost.
beverage. Yeah.
Whatever. I bring that up, Tyler, because
Yeah.
a little
Foreshadowing.
foreshadowing. Yeah. Anyway, so fall destroyed. Whatever. Not salty about that at all.
Clearly.
Anyways, so speaking of which, how much time do we have left?
We got maybe 10-ish, 12 minutes.
Do we want to speed
Go
run
through some?
2 games?
Let's try one and see if there's time for a second one, because I don't want to speed run just to speed run. I think we
Of
could talk
course.
about the first one, and then if there's time, we can.
So we've been rating games every so often. We haven't done one recently, so we want to put another one up on the list. You can find our list of our game rankings on couchcompany.games.
Yes.
All of our links are there. Tyler's nice enough to put together a list of the games we have ranked so far. You can see the number and the coin with the color associated to what tier they're in.
I keep looking at it, and it's like at some point, it's like I'm gonna have to shell out some cash to actually get like a site.
Yeah.
Because we're using all the free tools from Figma to Notion to Linktree.
It looks pretty good for free.
Yeah, you know what? It's
but at
doing
some
its
point,
job, but
yeah,
eventually we're gonna have
maybe.
to pony up and
We need to
have
get
like
an app,
a home.
dude. That's when
Okay,
you really
well,
make
hey,
it.
well,
Yeah, I know.
well,
I know.
site first, then app.
Site
Yep.
first. All right. Anyways, so what game are we going to be ranking today, Tyler?
So today we're gonna be ranking Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers 2000 and something.
9? I think
9?
2009.
I'm going to look. You talk.
I
I'll
would
look.
say 2009. So this is a good
I
one.
wanted to say earlier, actually, but I could be wrong.
I think it was 2009 because I think that's college.
Yeah.
So it'd be either 8 or 9, maybe 79. I don't know. So anyway, we just played this. So it was the two of us, and then we got Nate and John to play with us, just so we had that foursome kind of full experience.
Absolutely.
What did you think of that?
I had a blast.
You had a blast.
I did, and I know that you're going to say the opposite. I think the game holds up extremely well. I think it's still very easy to get in and play, and it actually didn't look bad at all.
Well,
Like, it
so
looks pretty good.
It's a little, yes, but I think that's the remastered version.
Oh, is it?
So I think they did sharpen everything up.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way it looked like this in 2008.
Yeah.
by the way.
I know on the Xbox, I think it actually says remastered. PC they might have just kind of
Yeah, I
slipped
don't
that in
think
there.
it did. But anyways, I thought it looked really nice. I mean, the remaster, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was fun. You just jump in, you play. It's just mindless fun. I think like the humor maybe doesn't hold up as well as it did
Just
back in the
everyone
day.
like just pooping everywhere.
Yeah.
Because they're scared.
We were definitely younger.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know. I think it's
hard.
it's very hard.
It was way harder than I remember.
We did a no defense run.
Well, that was stupid.
No
Yeah.
defense at all.
That's fair.
And I think defense might be the most OP stat in the fucking game because we got wrecked.
Yeah.
And that's why you didn't like it at all, I think.
I was just dead constantly.
Well, here's
and
the
it
thing
was
as well.
Frustrating.
Tyler picked the worst character in the game. I'm pretty sure this like fucking block guy.
Yeah, from
Battle Block
Theater. Yeah. I never played him before, so I was like, I'll try it out. And
Well,
I
we should
did
just
not.
restarted. We should just. Tyler does this thing where it's like he doesn't want to interrupt anyone, so he's just like, "Hey, Tyler, you're not having fun. Do you want to restart? Pick a new character?" No, I'm good. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's just
I'm having the most
totally
fun ever.
fine. It's I'm just on the ground waiting, ready to get resuscitated.
Exactly.
It's
So
fine. Yeah.
I actually played a really fun guy. That's probably why I played like the alien guy.
Yeah. Well, the stupid thing
Or
is,
what was he, a bee?
it was alien hominid.
Yeah,
he's an
yeah,
alien.
yeah. So I
had a level 9
fireballs.
guy. Like we didn't get much farther than level 9, so I could have brought in my Orange Knight.
Yeah, you should have.
Fine.
Yeah.
I just wasn't thinking about it.
No, yeah. So I think it's safe to say Tyler's never playing that again, but I kind of want to.
I feel like we should. I would play it again. I'd rather pick my better character. And the nice thing with that game is drop in, drop out. So like you can come in and just like you could power level people, I assume.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
So
I have a max guy. If we really wanted to cheese it, we could just bring that guy out.
It.
So I think we should revisit it. But what were your thoughts overall?
I think overall, like I agree with you. It still looks good and holds up in that regard. I think now, granted. So did you find out what year it was? Was it
2008?
2008. Okay, so we split the difference.
Yep.
So from 2008, I think other games have done it better. Specifically in the realm of depth perception.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
I felt like I was missing way more hits than I should have. I felt like it wasn't as responsive as it should have been. My frames kept saying 165, but it did not feel like a 165, and I can only say that maybe that's because we were doing it online. Because whenever I played by myself, it was like buttery smooth.
Yeah,
and then the moment we did like an
online,
internet connection, I wonder if it like caps some stuff. It's such a weird thing.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Here's some other games that came out in 2008.
Yeah.
Fallout 3, Grand Theft Auto 4, Dead Space, Call of Duty World at War, Left 4 Dead, Devil May Cry 4, FIFA 09, Far Cry 2, Little Big Planet, Metal Gear Solid 4, God of War, Chains of Olympus. I don't know which one that is. That might be a spinoff. Rainbow Six Vegas 2, one of Nate's favorite games. Gears of War 2.
Dude, talk about some heavy hitter.
Rock Band 2.
I don't think I'd
Super
play
Smash
Castle
Bros.
Crashers
Brawl. Now here's the thing.
over any of those.
Absolutely, but this was an arcade game.
Yeah.
That's a big distinction. So this was however much that would be on the Xbox Marketplace, and this is why the Xbox 360 won our best
the top console. Yeah,
it's because these little games, they're not better than the big hitters.
But still put more time in than
exactly.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
You drop in, you play with your friends. Like that's what the gaming was all about, and especially the 360. Like this is the perfect example of why the 360 won top console.
Yeah,
just amazing game to play with your friends, and it's just another game that's just like, okay, this is a video game. It's ridiculous. It's stupid fun, and like things are pooping everywhere.
But that's a perfect
battling
thing.
your friends for a kiss from a princess. Like I just love the whole aesthetic of the game.
That got me frustrated too.
Yeah, because we were playing with Nate.
I know my guy was so bad.
Leave it to Nate to somehow fucking pick the best character ever and absolutely destroy everything. Like he was literally 3v1ing us.
Yeah.
At the end, like we were all like, okay, let's all team up with Nate, and he's just killing us all.
Yeah.
So.
Feels bad.
It does feel very bad.
Yeah, I think the other thing that like, kind of killed it for me too is I didn't have all my unlocks. I didn't have all, and like it's like I put so much time into it on the Xbox version.
Yeah,
the fact that none of that carried over kind of.
Yeah, so I think that's a big thing for you that we've been quickly finding out about Tyler, where it's like if he put time into something, he will not start over, which I think is a natural response from anyone, honestly. So, like, we saw that with God of War. I mean, we saw that with Horizon, right?
Yeah.
You stepped in Horizon, you're like, this looks beautiful. I 100% of this. Why the fuck am I doing this again?
Yeah. I mean, but that's a problem. Well, I did it because I was like, oh, I'm going to play the DLC. But, like...
Yeah, they should add that. Like, if you played on PS4, there should be a way to... you could... It's PC. You could literally just download a save file.
I could, yeah, and I feel dirty about it. But
why?
I don't know either. I don't know.
It would be the same as bringing your save file over.
It would be the same. Yeah.
Now, that's just Tyler.
That's
just
me.
Tyler.
Oh, that's 100% on me. Yeah, absolutely.
But
it's no different than Castle Crashers. It could do the same thing there. Like you actually suggested.
I did suggest that. Yeah.
It just doesn't feel right.
But I will say. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say the DLC was very good. I do recommend you play it at some point.
Yeah, everyone says it's great.
It's very good, yeah.
I think
some of my favorite moments came from the DLC, actually.
Part of my, like, again, in the back of my mind, it's like, well, one day I will own a PlayStation 5, and then maybe I'll just throw that. Because I think I bought it digitally.
Could do that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the sneaky bit for the new Forbidden West is buy the PS4 version, get the free upgrade to 5, and save yourself $10.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, Castle Crashers. What are we thinking?
Castle Crashers. Way to keep me back on track.
Absolutely. I'm thinking silver tier.
Okay.
But I'm thinking upper silver tier. I think it's a solid game.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Upper silver tier.
Yep.
How up are we talking?
When does silver end?
76 to 86, I think.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe 84 range.
Well, 86 is gold, so it'd be 85.
Oh, okay, so I'm thinking like 83 range. Yeah.
83.
I mean, the ease, drop in, play with your friends.
Yeah.
The humor from the game, like back in the day, man, that stuff killed. Like, the whole aesthetic.
And I'm not just saying this, like for me, toilet humor never
No, but it wasn't just, it's not just that. Right. It's like the one princess never shows her face and she's like getting dragged on the ground.
Yeah, I get it. It's kind of like a Borderlands-esque humor.
And I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's literally funny.
I'm just bringing this up because I want to see where we're, and I know we're not trying to.
Breaking your own rule.
Breaking my own rule.
I told you it's unavoidable. So, I like 83.
83.
I put it in the same realm as like an Armello, which I think was close.
Yeah.
Because I just put so many hours in Armello too. Like it's just, you can turn your brain off. You can just have a good time with your friends. I don't know. I guess I would say that on your own, it's probably a less of an experience. So maybe I'll take a couple points.
That was going to be my argument. Is we gave Among Us an 80.
Yeah.
Which is, I would say, way more reliant on your friends. Like you can still play it by yourself.
Among Us?
For Castle Crashers.
Yeah,
so like
Castle Crashers is better, but also it's way easier to get 3 other blokes than fucking 8.
8, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a little different too.
Oh man.
But I just think it's just a polished game. It comes from a time of let's just play with my friends. Let's just get unlocks. Let's just be silly. Let's just beat up.
I will give you
worse.
So. Like, you thinking like 83?
I was thinking 83. I wouldn't feel good if Armello beat this game because I think they're both on the same level.
80, yeah,
but they're in the same tier. So, like, that's the thought behind the tier system where it's like, okay, well, they're still silvers, right?
Yeah.
So they're in the same realm.
If we hadn't just played it,
yeah,
I'd probably be all for it. Like, I would probably say it's higher.
Yeah.
I think the performance issues that I had with it. And
see, I didn't have that. So it's like we had 2 very different experiences.
I guess so. I just
I had a lot of fun. I thought it was very. Now I was the host, so obviously it's gonna be very smooth for me.
I just think there's better combat now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think there are better games out. Like Conan Chop Chop just came out.
Right.
That was like an April Fool's joke or something.
Right.
And like it's like, oh, this is actually pretty good for like $10.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think, Castle Crash is like $15 still. John paid $15 to play with us, which
wild.
I felt very bad
that
about.
just goes to show how like people will still buy it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
So,
I would
be
okay
thinking
with
bumping
83.
it down a little bit or what?
No, I think 83 is fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
You were pretty miserable.
I was pretty miserable. I think I'm just old.
Yeah.
So like I think the thing that annoyed me was I couldn't tell a lot of the time when action was like what action was happening. So that mixed with the depth perception mixed with me just dying without actually understanding how.
Yeah.
Or I'm losing my character on screen or something.
Yeah.
That was the frustrating bit. Now, if you kind of mitigate that by, like you said, with like the different unlocks and the different secrets and if you do this, you get this thing. I like that. I like all the extra characters you can get. I love points for that.
Yeah, I love the unlocks. There's so much content in the game. All the pets you can get and weapons and everything like that is really great. And I love the fact, specifically talking about revisiting it so many years later, where all that comes back. Like, oh, how do we get that bird again? Oh yeah, we do this and all the secrets and we can go back here and we can do this. I like that. Aspect of it too, because it's just good memories from it. You know what I mean? Figuring that stuff out back in the day.
Yeah.
So I feel good about 83, but I'm willing to come down if you feel strongly about it.
I'll let you strong arm me here.
I feel like you do that a lot.
I'll fight
until something comes.
I'll fight when I need to fight.
So is this a put it in your back pocket?
No.
Hey, remember Castle Crashers?
It's a long big dance. We got Cyberpunk coming up probably next week, I guess.
Yeah, where did Portal rank?
82.
82, yeah.
And to be fair, the more I think about it, and that's Portal 1.
Yeah, Portal 1.
So,
Did we do Portal 2 yet? We had to play the multiplayer.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we put Portal 2 on here, didn't we?
No, we didn't. Oh, we didn't. No, we didn't.
We didn't?
We put Borderlands 2
Oh,
on
that's
there.
right. Yeah.
And Borderlands 2 is currently our highest scored game so far.
Yeah.
Now, we got to be careful, dude, because we're running out of room really quickly.
What do you mean?
Borderlands 2 got like a 96.
94.
Oh. All right. We got a couple points.
Yeah. Oh, we got
6 points?
Well, we still have platinum and we have the perfect.
That's true.
Yeah.
Man, is anything ever going to be perfect?
I could think of a couple games.
But okay, 83, we want to lock it in stone. Silver tier for Castle Crashers.
Yeah,
I feel good about
let's do that. That's fine.
I think I like the argument of this is why Xbox 360 is the greatest console. You know what I mean? It's games like that.
For nostalgia, yeah.
It's games like that.
For sure.
The right place, right time. I still I kind of want to beat it still. Like, I actually did have fun with it in 2022.
I just need to pull in a different character.
I think, we get you in a better spot. I think you'll like that score a lot more.
I think 4 people might be too many people.
Really?
I think
we can try it duo.
I think duo might be better.
Well, I was telling you I wanted to role play it.
I know.
Duo.
Yeah.
We could try that. And then I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
I would probably want to get, if you're still into it, maybe get like one more night of Sea of Thieves before we.
No, absolutely. That. Yeah. No, for sure.
I think that would be another one.
I have been having fun with Sea of Thieves.
I think we turned it around. So I felt very bad, and you called me out on it, which you absolutely should have.
Yeah.
Where the first time we what time is it?
We have a couple.
We have a couple minutes.
Yeah,
but I think the first video's on YouTube.
Yeah, second video
is coming.
Should be there by the time you're listening to
probably.
This.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be kind of neat to maybe try editing that one for like the second half.
Sure.
But the first time you called me out on it, you're like, hey, you just threw me in the deep end.
Well, it's hilarious because everything Tyler hates about video games, he literally did to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't play League of Legends. You guys are just too much. And you're just talking about things I don't know. Literally stepped onto the fucking island and it was like, all right, we gotta throw our dagger in here, raise the sail, and we gotta Athena the Kraken in the butthole. And I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
What I'm like fucking typing on my second screen, like, what is Athena's butthole?
Yep.
What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't know. But I can handle that much more.
Yeah, I mean, I think the second night was a little bit better. You got to meet the Kraken.
So I will say this. I was a little confuzzled because
confuzzled.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the Kraken was awesome, but everyone was like annoyed. And I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, dude, now it's going to take an extra 5 minutes for us to get to. And you guys were so nonchalant about it because you've seen it Kraken a million times.
I was happy for you.
Oh, fuck, what the fuck's going on? Like, the music's awesome. And I did say shit. So you were correct on that. That's our number one. Oh, shit. I mean, I feel very good about that. I wish you guys would have hammed it up a little bit for me, but it's all good in the moment. I understand that, they were like blaming you because
it is scaled, so like we actually sung to it. Like
we did,
it's been a long time since we.
It was awesome though, dude. It was like this thing came out of nowhere, and I'm just like freaking out. I'm trying to bail water out of there, shooting tentacles, and then it just encapsulates our ship.
Yep.
And then I'm just like drowning, and I'm like,
did you get sucked up?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
so I was drowning. And then I come up for air. I'm looking around, and then I see a rowboat. John's just throwing shit into this rowboat. It was just hectic and crazy. It was so awesome. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I did have a good time with it.
And then towards the end, you assumed captain. And I think that was like the turning point, right?
Yeah.
It was just like, all right, you know what? Like, you tell us what to do. We'll just do it.
I think I want to start just doing that more and just diving into that character. And
I think that'd be funny.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Mike went along with it too. I was happy with how everyone responded.
I mean, we had a pretty good night that night. So it was like,
I can't even tell. I don't fucking know.
What can you? Well, yeah, it's like, what can you really lose at this point? Like, it's pretty good.
So, more Sea of Thieves. I think that's a good idea. I still need to get the balloons stuff up. I have a bit of a backlog now.
Yeah, I put a ton of stuff up all in the same day. I'm like, I should probably spread that out.
Yeah. So we got a lot of
Portal
content.
2 is all the way up there now. So
Portal 2 is all the way up, even though we're gonna make no money off of it.
Whatever.
Can we go in and scrub that, or did you mess with that at all? Or no,
I didn't mess with it, but you can.
Yeah. So check us out on YouTube.
Yep.
What's our YouTube?
CouchCompany.games.
That's.
I don't know. We don't have a YouTube yet. You have to get like so many whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
CouchCompany.games. You can all of our links are there.
Yep.
Check out our YouTube. And now, Tyler, it is that time of the cast that we have been waiting for.
I feel like a lot of people have been waiting for this.
I have been really excited.
Our friend group keeps talking about it. They're very passionate about all things food and anything you consume.
Absolutely.
And this is one of them. So
we were dancing around it a little bit during the episode. And for those who check out our Twitter, they probably already know. But why don't you tell the audience?
I was too excited.
Absolutely.
Chelsea was very nice, and she was at the grocery store, and we were deciding like what our top 5 is.
Yeah.
And we were throwing some things around, and then she was like, "Hey, do you need me to pick anything up?" And I was like, "Well, how many Gatorades do they have?" And turns out they have a lot.
Yeah.
So I think they had 13 there, and then Chelsea was like, "So there's a fruit punch one they didn't have. Do you want me to stop at Cheats and get that for you?" So she went above and beyond.
Wow.
So thank you, Chelsea, for doing that.
Shout out. So we're gonna be trying all the Gatorades
flavors.
Yeah,
or most of them, all the readily available Gatorade flavors.
Yeah, my friend was actually telling me there's like the little ones have different flavors.
Yeah,
so
they get kind of weird.
The main series of Gatorade.
Well, so that's the thing is I don't know if it's considered the main series. I'm not up on my Gatorade lore, but they have different, like some of them are like an Arctic theme.
Yeah.
But let me. So I did write down a list. I came prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to when it comes to something like this.
Yeah. So let me. So what we have on the docket, there are 14 of them.
Yep.
So we have fruit, and we're going in order by color.
Absolutely. So please refer to our Twitter picture for rainbow coloring.
Yeah, and we can go back and forth on the. So the last one, and this is getting a little artsy. It goes like kind of like purple and like indigo, and then I go to like a lighter blue into the white. I felt like that was a clean transition.
Yeah, I like that.
It could go either way. Anyway, all right. So we have fruit punch, strawberry kiwi, orange, passion fruit, lemonade, lemon lime, green apple, Arctic Blitz, glacier freeze, cool blue, blue cherry, grape, icy charge, and glacier cherry.
Okay, yeah. I've had most of these before, but never back to back.
I think I was gonna say we don't really have a palate cleanser, so that's gonna be interesting to see how this goes.
It'll be very interesting, but yeah. So this was heavily requested by our friends.
Yep,
and we're gonna dive into it.
Yeah, cheers. Let's try. Right. So this is fruit punch.
Fruit punch is up first. This is, I guess, the classic, right?
It's classic if you've ever gone to Sunday school.
Yeah. Is this what you guys would drink for like communion?
But we never we weren't bougie enough to have the Gatorade brand. That was whatever.
Wait, so everyone drank this for communion? You guys didn't actually do.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, not communion. This was like
snack.
Yeah,
okay.
like a snack time
I was like,
or whatever.
What the fuck
Yeah, no. Communion was like regular, just like grape juice or whatever.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, dude, what?
Yeah,
that is awkward.
It tastes like fruit punch.
Yeah, it's classic red Gatorade. I think it's a solid pick. So we didn't talk about the rules. We should always talk about the rules.
Tell me the rules. I don't have any rules.
You don't have any rules?
What's your favorite? I mean, it's like taste.
Yeah, taste obviously, but scoring, I guess.
Yeah,
what are we gonna rank them out of, or are we just gonna put them somewhere?
I have right now. They're all on maybes, and then we say yay or nay, or leave it on, or just take it off.
I think some of these we can take it off, leave it as a maybe, or if something really speaks to us,
we'll just put it on immediately.
It's the first one. It is classic, but I'm not ready to pull the trigger on it, so I'm just going to leave it on.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sure a lot of this will probably just go through before we do any hard cuts. But
yeah, absolutely.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. So number 2, which one is this?
All right, number 2. This is going to be strawberry kiwi.
Strawberry. Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting. That's a little fancy already.
Get some MSR.
That was
ASMR. I don't know.
Pretty nice. A little sweet, but it was pretty nice. I did like that one.
It's a little tartar. I like it better than the
tartar.
Yeah, tart. Yeah. More tart.
Oh, more tart.
Tartar.
Yeah. Tartar. I thought of tartar sauce, and I was like, I did not detect notes of tartar sauce.
It's the first day of eating fish sandwiches.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I think. I don't know.
No, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, did they do it on Wednesday? Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Anyways, how do you feel about that one?
It's good. I think it's a little bit more exotic than the fruit punch.
It is absolutely.
I would actually rate that higher than the fruit punch personally.
Ooh. I was not expecting to, but I think I'm on the same page as you. It was like there was a little more. unique qualities to it than the regular just fruit punch.
It's funny because we're giving all our opinions and stuff, and Chelsea's being nice. So what we're doing is we're grouping these into 5.
Yeah.
And we're doing these little shots, and then Chelsea's coming over and giving us another 5.
I think she's making her own list.
She literally is. Yeah, she's flying through them. She's fantastic.
We shall post Chelsea's list on Twitter to compare against.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, so orange, classic orange.
Classic orange. Yeah. Okay. I was never a huge fan of this, so we'll see how this goes.
There's a hair in my cup. Thank you, Superman.
That might detract. So that's orange. Yeah, that's orange.
It tastes like high C. Like, I get McDonald's vibes from it.
Absolutely. It just, I don't know. Orange never did it for me, honestly.
No, I would actually be fine taking orange off the list.
I am fine
personally.
taking orange off too.
All right.
All the orange lovers screaming in unison right now.
You know what? That's fine. Like, you got to do something. You can't go. And maybe it's just
can't
the
please
order.
everyone. But it's kind of like Alderaan.
We just had a strawberry kiwi combo. You can't just have basic orange for that.
Absolutely. All right, what's next?
All right, next one. Speaking of, I don't know, like exotic stuff, we have passion fruit.
I've never even had a passion fruit, so
I'm sure this is exactly what it tastes like, fresh. You know, I like how we're talking while the other person drinks to keep the pod going.
We're smart.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that.
Ooh.
Probably because I wouldn't like actual passion fruit.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. It doesn't taste like
it's like a weird aftertaste to me.
What am I tasting?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
The aftertaste does not taste like passion fruit.
Do you like it though? I think the aftertaste is kind of weird and is not good, honestly.
Okay, I mean, I'll take it off. That's fine. I'll take it off.
Well, you haven't told me if you liked it or not.
I don't mind it. I think it's okay. I don't mind it. But, you know.
I got a sneak peek at Chelsea's list. That's why I
already?
chuckled. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right, so this is the last of our first group of 5. This is going to be lemonade.
Sorry, so we did take that off?
I took passion fruit off,
okay,
yeah.
I just really did not. It was not speaking to me.
I liked it, but I'm not going to fight for it with other things on the list.
That's fair.
So, all right. So, lemonade, I'll let you go ahead and drink it.
Yeah, I'll go first.
So, the interesting thing with this one is you have the lemonade and then a lemon lime. So, I'll be very curious, like, how distinct are each of those flavors, you know?
Yeah, so this is classic lemonade, Gatorade. I think my go-to, I would say, like, when I would be playing sports and everything like that. So, I'm a big fan of this. And
you are a big fan of this.
Yes.
Interesting.
Trying to clean up my cups here.
How
do you feel about it?
It's okay.
It doesn't taste like classic lemonade, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more aggressive, maybe.
I think I would rather have lemonade.
I wouldn't. I don't know. Like this might be nostalgia talking, but this is like John, you're in the fourth quarter. Like
that's like you're playing soccer
absolutely.
And like that's what you have with maybe like
second half if it's soccer, but yeah.
Maybe it's like pretzels or
right, orange slices.
Yeah.
I am actually a big fan of it. I at least want to leave it on.
We can leave it on the list. Yeah. I'm curious about this.
I don't know. To me, it's refreshing. It's got that kind of kick to it, for lack of better terms. For Gatorade, you know what I mean?
I think
like
I would rather
sharp.
have. Well, see, I don't typically like lemonade. The lemonade that I like, and I think we talked about this on one of our 41 episodes. I like the Arnold Palmer's, lemonade, iced tea, kind of like balances each other out. Right. So a very aggressive lemonade, which I consider that.
Yeah,
to
that's
be.
Pretty strong, right?
Yeah,
I do like that though. I don't know.
All right, we'll leave it on. Yeah. We'll talk about it. That's fine. Right.
So what do we got next?
This is lemon lime.
Okay, lemon lime. So maybe you'll like this better then.
I hope so.
It has that combo to it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Chelsea's just coming. You're so wonderful. Thank you.
Tyler was talking about getting a bell for her. I think her attitude might change.
Get like a bell.
Chelsea.
So that is different. It's interesting because it's less aggressive than the lemonade.
Yeah, so to me, it seems like it's muffled lemonade. I'm not really detecting the lime taste.
I think it's the after. I detect it on the aftertaste of it.
Yeah.
Now, I like that more than the lemonade, which I know you probably don't.
I don't. Yeah, it just seems like diluted lemonade to me.
Yeah, that's probably why I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we're not agreeing on that.
That's all right. We'll take it off. I'll take it off that one. We'll keep your lemonade on there.
Yeah, I would out of the two, I would much rather have the lemonade for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah. It didn't complement each other. It kind of actually went against each other, in my opinion.
Look at us being so classy with our.
Well, I was thinking
Gatorade.
on the way here, I'm like, dude, how do I describe taste?
I'm
not very
just
good
talk
at that.
about its full body and its bouquet.
Very earthy
yeah.
tones.
Speaking of earthy tones, the next one is green apple.
Jesus, I'm gonna hate this.
Yeah, this one's interesting because it goes straight from yellow.
This looks like it's gonna stain my insides.
No, this is like I don't know, nuclear waste.
Oh, that's awful. It's like a green Jolly Rancher. No, that's way too sweet.
I was picking my
Holy
phone up to take
shit.
it off the lace before I even finished.
Yeah, that
swallowing.
was awful. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Could you imagine drinking a whole bottle of that?
No,
that is
so
disgusting.
my thing is, I don't drink a bottle of any of these because I always go with the zero route, and this was specifically we're not doing the zero.
Did you count your calories for this? It's gonna be a fucking ton of calories.
It's a lot of calories.
It's gonna be a lot of calories.
Although we aren't doing so much, I think it's probably
one
bottle.
Gatorade is like a couple hundred.
Yeah, but it's probably like a bottle.
Yeah, right.
For how much we're drinking.
So you're probably
I think
like
it'd
a
be okay.
250 or something.
Yeah,
which is disgusting for one drink.
That's why I go zero. The zero, I'm not saying zero is amazing, but it gives you that Gatorade hit and it's zero
But then
calories.
we're going to go get beer after this and it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, okay.
My friend was like, did you know that beer is like 7 slices of bread? And I was like, fuck.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, it depends what you get, I guess.
Yeah, get Miller Lite.
That's
it's 100 calories.
Back in college when I was drinking PBR, it's probably
that's a little different. At that point, I would much rather just have the bread personally, but that's...
Not in college. You don't want to be at a house party with a loaf of bread?
I didn't do any parties in college or anything.
Yeah, that's fair. You're a good Christian boy. I like that.
No, I just was very antisocial.
Oh, jeez. Well, okay. All right. What do we got here? This looks like mouthwash.
Arctic Blitz.
Arctic Blitz. Yeah. All right, why don't you go for it while I admire the color, the interesting color of this. It looks like I'd find this in a dentist's office, and it sounds like it tastes like that too. All right, let's give it a go.
Tell me you hate that.
That's awful.
Okay, this is easily the worst one.
What does it even taste like? It's like nothing, and then you get this aftertaste.
It's antifreeze.
Yeah,
is what it tastes like.
Wow, that is bad.
Okay, listeners.
Yeah.
Please, if there's any of you out there, I'm not not throwing shame or shade or anything like that.
How can they sell that?
I just want to meet the person that likes Arctic Blitz. Chelsea, do you like? Okay,
right,
Chelsea's face says absolutely not.
She little spoiler here. She likes the candy apple or whatever.
Yeah, that's not
green
a,
apple.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. She just loves cavities. I bet.
I don't want to take Arctic Blitz off the list.
What?
Purely because I want it. I don't want to forget that it is the worst one so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
Okay.
Get the maybe rid of it.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Now I'm actually worried. Okay, so
I don't know how my taste buds are going to bounce back.
Arctic
from that,
Blitz. This next one is called Glacier Freeze. I'll let you go ahead and do the first.
I think I've had this one before, but I'm a little worried about the Arctic now.
Well, now my mind's in this antifreeze stuff where it's like, oh, it's Arctic Blitz and antifreeze Glacier Freeze or whatever. All right.
Okay, so this is Glacier Freeze.
You're not repelled in disgust.
No. That's a normal flavor. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it though. I do get this one quite a bit.
It's like a watered down Powerade from McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, not quite, because the McDonald's Powerades are already watered down, so I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, I mean
that shit's half water in your little paper cup at McDonald's. I would never get a Powerade at McDonald's. I don't know why I'm throwing so much shade at McDonald's Powerades, but I'd leave it on, but I don't feel crazy about it.
Yeah,
it's kind of middle of the road. Like that's kind of like my benchmark, honestly. I don't know how you feel about that.
Middle of the road. Like, how do you like? You're just like I could drink it, but you're not gonna like.
Yeah, it's like average.
So my argument to you then is if it's average, it's not our top 5.
Yeah, it's not gonna be our top 5,
right?
But yeah, it's not. I don't know. It wasn't bad. If so, I think it's average. So if you really like it,
I do not really like it.
Okay.
You
can take it off then. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll take it off.
Not too bad though.
Keeping with our blue.
I'm excited for this one. Yeah.
Here is Cool Blue.
This is classic.
It's classic. Classicer than more classicer. More classic-y than Glacier. Thanks, Chelsea. Glacier Freeze.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like one of the original flavors, I think. Yeah, that's that blue, that fake blue. Like when you think of fake blue, this is it.
Do you like that?
Not particularly.
Okay, I don't.
In shot form, it's tolerable, but a whole bottle, I would get sick of that really fast. It's so like, how would you describe that? Like, it's not sweet, but it's like
it's like a more fake fruit punch to me.
Yeah, It's very artificial.
Yeah,
it's like what fruit is that supposed to be based? Like blueberries? Because that's not what a blueberry tastes like.
No, it's like, hey,
that.
if you just took the color blue, this is what it would taste like.
If a corporation invented the color blue, this is what it would taste like. You know what I mean?
Just talking about it makes me actually hate it more.
All right, let's get rid of that shit.
Here.
I'm actually kind of disappointed because this is like a classic. Cool Blue is a classic one.
You know what's not classic? Arctic Blitz.
Oh, is this what this is?
No, that was the terrible one.
That was
all right, Blue Cherry. So we're just getting darker and darker.
Yeah.
I would assume that we're getting more and more artificial.
Yeah, probably to make it more strong. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
All right, go for it, Tyler. This one looks like Cool Blue but darker. So I'm hoping it's not the same.
That's actually interesting. So that's Blue Cherry.
I like that. Yeah,
I like that too.
I was not expecting
the cherry.
That.
It's like
that
hey,
cherry. Yeah,
it's the previous blue flavor, but it's like, well, people didn't like that one. What if we just added
it's like Cool Blue V2,
a splash of cherry?
The cherry is not like, I wouldn't say it's overpowering. It's like just a nice compliment.
Yeah, like when I read the word cherry, I'm like, oh yeah, that might be cherry, but like I still taste fruit punch.
Yeah, right.
And maybe that's just my artificial brain kicking in.
Like
just
12 Gatorades back to back might be what that is.
I'm sure my teeth are going to just start like, I don't know, hurting.
So I like that one. Yes,
yeah.
I actually like that one quite a bit.
Sweet. This next one's a little weird because it's blue.
Yeah,
but it's grape.
Yeah, this is.
So I'll let you.
This is grape. This is just grape.
I'll let you. Let you do that one. Yeah, I don't.
That's not purple.
It's not. No, and I don't like the grape. I don't like classic grape flavor.
Oh wow, that is. You're not gonna like this.
Is it very grape?
It's like fake grape, dude.
Nope.
Yeah, that's like fake grape. Now here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody drinks grape for some reason. I don't know why. It's the least popular flavor. So I would always get stuck drinking the grape. So like any variety pack with grape, John's gonna like finish it off because there's 12 grapes left. So I got very accustomed to drinking grape. It doesn't bother me. This one's very strong, so we can take it off.
Okay,
like,
I don't. I mean,
I would
you
never
know
fight
my psychological scarring towards grape,
absolutely.
so I can't.
I'm not gonna do that to you, buddy. That is very grape. This is way too strong. Like,
I am happy that this is actually. I feel like we've been aligning fairly closely on these.
Yeah.
So okay,
it's the lemonade was the big difference, right?
More or less, but even then, I would take a lemonade over all the ones we've taken off.
Sure.
I still feel good about it.
Yeah, my overall perception of Gatorade has gone down. It's like a couple good flavors. Holy shit.
All right, so we got two left.
We've been kind of speedrunning this.
Chelsea is flying through these.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, so this one is called Icy Charge.
Oh, wow.
It's
looks gray somehow. Yeah, it's somehow like gray in a fucking cup.
Go ahead and drink it.
Yeah, I'm scared. This looks like it's coming from Portal, dude. Like, what the fuck am I drinking?
It's like, I don't know. They're doing some experimentation.
No, I don't. What is that?
Okay, hold on.
Oh my god, what is that taste? That's horrible.
So I think what happened.
What is that fruit? Like, that's a terrible fruit.
So Gregory over at the Gatorade factory, he was the mastermind.
Fucking Gregory, dude.
He was the mastermind behind Arctic Blitz.
Was he?
The number one worst Gatorade flavor of all time.
Yeah, that guy.
And he just would not let it go.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what flavor that is? I can't tell.
No, I don't. I can't.
It's awful.
It's not good. So awful. I'm losing my voice because of it.
Yeah.
Awful is Arctic Blitz.
This is one step above.
This is one step above Arctic Blitz.
It's not
I would
as bad
say
as
this
Arctic
is probably the second worst. Well, actually, I can't even say that because I really did not like the grape and I really did not like the green apple.
It's somewhere down there though.
It's
off the list.
Yeah, it's third.
Which one was that one? Arctic Charge.
This is Icy Charge.
So they put Gregory in charge of the fucking winter division, and he fucked it up.
So you think this. Now, this is our last one.
It was like, okay, you need to find the fruit that comes from fucking the polar vortex.
Yes, the polar vortex up in Alaska.
Polarland.
Or whatever.
Polarland.
Wow.
So you fucking found any fruit that can survive harsh, icy terrain, and it tastes like shit.
So Gregory got beat down by all his peers. But he was not going to let that.
What he might have done was like, it might just be polar bear in there. And it's just like,
no.
You don't think?
That's just a hint of blubber.
Yeah.
Just
is that blubber?
It.
I guess, right?
Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know.
All right. So this last one
Yeah, this looks like water.
a cloudy white.
I got it. I got excited.
Yeah. This is going to be Glacier Cherry.
Oh, I've had this. All right, let me try it.
All right.
That one's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yes, it is. What is
Cherry versus cherry.
cherry versus cherry? Oh, Chelsea
we get
just gave
around
us
two?
new ones here.
Because there's 2 cherries.
Okay. So that one was very good. The white one, which is the what was it called? Something cherry.
So this is Glacier Cherry. Oh, and you gave us blue cherry.
Gregory got one right.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Wow,
So he
good job,
put his
man.
head down.
He put his head down.
It's incredible that I think Gregory went from the worst
Yeah.
to, I would say it's on the top. I would put
that's very
Glacier
good.
Cherry on the top. Like I would put on
Put
the
it
list.
in.
Yeah.
I put it in too.
All right,
what she
that's gonna be the first one. First one on the list.
It's amazing what you can do once your job is threatened, I would say.
Right?
They
Yeah.
came in, they're like, Gregory, you're one fucking mistake away from getting fired. And he's like, okay. Maybe I put a real cherry in there.
So Chelsea,
out, guys.
Chelsea did us a solid here. She gave us one more Glacier Cherry and one more blue cherry, so we can kind of get a quick
Blue
taste
cherry.
between the two.
Glacier, I can already tell Glacier cherry is better. Yeah, the blue cherry is held back by the cool blue counterpart. I'm sorry. It's literally cool blue improved. Glacier cherry is just good.
Chelsea, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And Chelsea gave me this paper
Uh-oh.
with several numbers and circles and crosses and stuff. Okay, well, I'm slowly
Is it a
starting
map?
to read this. I think it might be a
Okay.
map.
Maybe.
Okay, so
Is it a map to the polar vortex?
the problem is I started deleting things on there, so we're gonna have to give her results later. Chelsea's number one is
Well, if we're posting it, we can't spoil it.
okay. We won't spoil it.
Oh my, I won't. I already gave it up. Well, I didn't give it up, but my reaction. Jesus Christ.
All right, so things
right,
that
here
are
we go.
still on the list. So
Yeah.
given that Glacier Cherry's on the list,
Yeah.
are we saying blue cherry is off the list? Is that a
I
quick,
would, yeah.
easy,
I don't think it's
easy
top
cut?
5, yeah.
Okay.
After tasting it again, too, the
Yeah.
cool blue is not good.
Blue is bad. Blue is a bad
When
color.
I was a kid, I loved blue.
Yeah.
So that's really surprising to me.
So right now, and I have to remember the Arctic Blitz.
Are
is
we
not
allowed
on
to
the-
get seconds?
Yeah. Do you
get an
want to?
opinion?
You want a second or anything?
No,
I can
I'm
ring the
curious.
bell.
I'm curious. Like,
Chelsea
once
back
you
in
start
here?
naming them, I might have to compare to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have fruit punch, strawberry, and this is interesting because
Yep.
we only have the 5.
Yep.
Fruit punch, strawberry kiwi, lemonade, icy charge, glacier cherry. We actually have 5 on the list. So those
so we
are
don't
the
have to
5 that
cut
we
them.
like. We don't have to cut anything.
Yeah.
We just have to order them.
Okay, so fruit punch, kiwi lime,
Yeah.
strawberry
kiwi, lemonade, icy charge, glacier cherry.
Which one's the icy charge?
I was just thinking that. I'm not sure.
Can we get a?
Oh, Chelsea, can we have it's the second to
Ding,
last
ding, ding,
one.
ding,
Can we
ding.
have a refill of the icy charge, please?
Man, we need to get ourselves a butler.
Thank you so much. Okay, we will come back to the icy
that
charge.
so I'm assuming you want either like fruit punch or lemonade.
I would put
5.
lemonade as the last one personally. I think we made a mistake. Icy charge isn't very good, is it?
No.
Okay, we should take icy charge off.
I think, isn't that the one you were like, it's a step above? Fucking.
Yeah, I forgot to delete it. So now we're at 4, and we have to.
Oh, shit. We have
put
to add one
something
back.
else
All right,
in.
we're looking intently.
We're looking at the other ones. So what do you? So
maybe the
fruit punch, strawberry kiwi, lemonade. I mean,
maybe the lemon lime.
I was thinking that
Yeah,
like
the lemon lime is.
that's the only one I didn't absolutely hate.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the others. I think that's the one we have to go with because once you get to green apple, and I'm pointing to the Gatorade lineup.
Yeah,
like,
once you go green to blue,
Yeah, it's
they're just
awful.
very bad.
very bad. All right,
Which
let's
is
do
shocking
this.
because I say as a general rule, I don't typically like yellow, like
this
orange and
this
yellow
one's
and stuff.
inoffensive, and for
Yeah.
that, it needs to make the list.
Done. I'm
that
fine with
was-
putting that at
that's
number
5.
5. Yeah.
Lemonade 4.
Okay.
How do you feel about fruit punch 3? I think I liked the strawberry kiwi better than the fruit punch.
Yeah, I agree with you. So let me put lemon lime at number 5. Okay.
I'd say lemonade 4, right?
Yes, lemonade number 4.
Yep.
I'm good with fruit punch being number 3.
Yep.
strawberry kiwi number 2.
Can I try this strawberry kiwi one more time, please, madam?
I mean, I have to if he's trying it too.
Madam?
Thank you.
Fetch me a strawberry kiwi. Dude, you know how much like net worth it sounds like I have when I say fetch me a strawberry kiwi drink? Like, my God, that is just
It's like we're not
rich as
sitting at a
fuck.
tiny little IKEA table.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's audio only. Who fucking knows?
That's true. Yeah. Well, we blew that secret out of the water last episode, you know?
That's true. That's very good.
Yeah. No, I'm happy
Good with
that
too. And number 1 is the
Is it?
glacial cherry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That was the best one, unless you want to try it again.
No. I mean, we've already had it twice.
We're running the calorie count up here real quick, Tyler.
No, I'm good with that. I think strawberry kiwi is surprisingly a close second.
Yeah.
Especially because it's weird because you take 2 fruits that weren't in our top 5 list, but somehow they.
Well, dude,
they
it all
come out on
changes
top.
when it's fake.
That's true.
I don't like real fruits, but I like fake fruit.
That was pretty painless. We got through that.
That was a
fairly
speed run.
like that was
Yeah.
100% Chelsea. So thank you, Chelsea. Just for wait, we're not spoiling her list. We're
It's
posting
up to
it.
you. I think it'd be funny if we
Did you
posted
write
it.
down the names of everything? Let's do it on the air.
All right.
She did so much. I wanted in posterity or whatever.
Absolutely.
It is.
All right.
All right. Chelsea's no. Oh my gosh. There's so many. All right.
Yeah, regretting that
Chelsea's
decision, aren't you, buddy?
number 5 is lemon lime. It's
Yep.
very close.
Same
Okay.
as us, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know how that happened. Lemonade is number 4. Okay, that's fine. Number 4 is fruit punch
Okay.
for Chelsea.
Dang, close.
Number 3 is blue cherry.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
that was like a 6
like
for us.
which do you like blue cherry more than lemon lime?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Do you?
No,
No. I definitely
Okay.
don't. Yeah.
I can't tell if it's
The
no
blues were
or
just not
I don't want to
good.
drink anymore. So.
No, there was
All right.
too much cool blue in the blue cherry.
So her number 3 is blue cherry. Her number 2 is strawberry kiwi. So
Same.
right on. And then her
Yeah.
number 1 is a very offensive green apple.
She just wants to see the world burn.
I
My
can't help
God.
but notice that glacier cherry did not make your list. Our number
didn't
1.
like it?
That's interesting. So you prefer the blue cherry over glacier cherry? All right.
I'm surprised, like with her liking green apple so much, she didn't like the blue stuff more. To
Yeah.
kind of just absolutely shock her nervous system. You know
Are
what I
we
mean?
are we all in agreement that that Arctic Blitz is?
the worst?
Oh, she says Arctic Blitz. Arctic Blitz tastes like body odor.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
you go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what she was showing me earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we're in agreement. All right, that makes me feel better. We're pretty in the ballpark.
That's a good
Except
list. So
she's a psychopath and thinks the green apple's the best, but that hey,
it's
happens
funny
to the
that
best
we
of us.
can not only claim the best, but we can also the number 1 best Gatorade,
Yeah.
Glacier Cherry.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gregory. You went from the worst at Arctic Blitz
I love a comeback
and
story.
worked your way up to Glacier Cherry. So
On our top 5 list that we do on the Notion board, I kind of want to reserve a spot for Arctic Blitz
I will figure something out just to
because that
call
is
it out how bad it is.
amazing.
Yeah.
That we can literally name. I don't think it's a couch company first.
What we should have been doing, in all honesty, is been doing like 2 lists. So it's like the top 5 best and then the top 5 worst.
And then you get 2 weeks out of it. Smart.
All right, Chelsea, start pouring. We're gonna.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my
I'm not
gosh.
drinking Gatorade for a while.
No, I
That's a lot of
feel a
Gatorade.
little sick.
Me too.
But yeah, that's our list. That's
There it
awesome.
is, man. So that is pretty sweet. I was excited about that. I know we
was
were
a fun
talking
time.
about that
Yeah.
for a while. So if you did like that format where we try something in all its varieties or most its varieties, let us know. Hit us up, and we'll do more of that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, anyways, check us out. Couchcompany.games. All of our links are listed there. Check out our top 5 lists. Tyler puts in a lot of work for it, and I enjoy seeing it quite a bit. What picture he'll use and everything like that in a nice, neat order. No pun
I
intended.
try.
That's good.
They're all high res now. I went back
Yeah.
and kind of remastered a lot of that stuff.
Absolutely. I think it looks great. So
thanks,
I want people to recognize the work you put in. So
Thanks.
I've been plugging it. So anyways, check us out. Check out our polls on Twitter as always. And that's all we got for you this week. Thank you so much for listening to us, and joining us on the couch. We'll see you next time, same place. Peace.